Ladies and germs, ask not what your country can do for you, but what your country should stop doing to you. Welcome back to the Short News Podcast.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word.
What year has
Welcome back. My name is Alex Mador. I don't really have much of a recap into my life right now, so I guess let's just get into it. Around the world, we had a couple of situations where there were mass shootings. I really don't like talking about these types of things, but the first one we're going to talk about here was in America at Brown University. A little bit local if you live in the Northeast like myself. Like, oh, fuck, another one. Close to home-ish. Like, I like that area of America. Not that I dislike any particular areas of America, because I like most. It's been a while since we've heard about a mass shooting, unless you count the Charlie Kirk assassination, which did happen at a college campus. There was only one target, though. This, was it 8 people were shot? 2 people died when I'm recording this. I need to get more info on that, or more will probably come out about that. But the main issue here that I'm finding isn't necessarily in like accessibility to guns or the fact that America has guns in the first place. I want to be very clear first before conservatives come at me like they did on Threads over the weekend when I talked about this. I'm not saying that we should turn into communist China and just take away everybody's ability to do whatever they fucking want. Like, that's not what I'm saying here. I'm saying this has become a big enough problem in America where it now feels like you are more likely to become a victim of a mass shooting while fucking going shopping or going to school than you are ever being able to own a home. That is a big problem. That sentence existing, coming out of my mouth right now, is an issue. This has been going on since Columbine, at least. That was what, the 90s? We're in the 20s now? It's going to be 2026. We're in the mid-2020s. It's a whole new fucking world. Same problem, though. And it's even worse this time. Remember when the news was reporting every day on a new mass shooting? And it became so normalized? And most likely that's why we feel like we're not hearing about it anymore, or like it's not happening. It's not like anything is actually being done about this, right? Because it's still fucking happening. A guy can just bring a gun onto a college campus and shoot a bunch of people. And there's no fucking way to defend against that. There's no fucking system put into place to prevent that from happening. And anything that is half-assed and all for optics. Like, sure, some schools have metal detectors. Cool. That doesn't completely stop the problem at the source. That doesn't make it so the teenager isn't able to get their hands on the gun in the first place. And I know, conservatives, you're itching at your balls right now angrily, like, oh my God, but he's gonna take away the right to bear my arms? I mean, hey, what else? What are you gonna do? You gonna put me in communist China? You gonna put me in communist China, you motherfucker? I'm not gonna be allowed to think or watch pornography? Dude, if you live in Texas, you're already not allowed to watch porn anymore. I was talking to somebody who lives down south, and they've already made it so you either have to give them your ID, like you have to scan your ID to watch Pornhub in certain conservative run states, or no fucking backshot videos for you, buddy. Sorry. They're already taking away your rights. And that's not even like your right to have a killing device. And backtrack a little bit here. Let's go all the way back to before there was Pornhub, to before anybody ever said the word backshot, to the 1700s, to the birth of America, to the Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms. The whole purpose of that was to be able to form a well-organized militia against an unruly government. Not, you can buy whatever fucking gun you want. You can go to Walmart and buy an AR. That's not what it says. Nowhere in there does it even say the right to go to a store and buy a musket if you feel like it, even if you're a fucking psychopath. Even if you probably shouldn't be able to own a gun, even if, like, you probably shouldn't have passed the background check, you know? I'm not saying they should take away your guns. I like guns. I think they're fucking fun, dude. I have a good time at the shooting range. Believe me, it's a great time. I love guns. They're so great. I'm good with them. I'm good at them. They're fun to use. But do I own one? No, I'll go to a place and rent one. I don't need to own one. That's scary to me. That's my opinion, though. I'm not going to take that opinion, though, and put it onto what I think the policy should be. And what I think the policy should be is no. I don't think they should take away your guns. I think that the background checks should be a little bit more strict. If they have strict-ass background checks to be an Uber Eats driver, then I think that the gun background checks, the gun ownership background checks, should be a little bit more strict than that. Should take a little bit longer because they're looking for a little bit more detail. If you think that's a problem, what do you have to hide? What are you worried about? Do you find yourself unsafe? And if the answer is yes, then should you really own a firearm? The answer to that is no, if the previous answer is yes to that question before. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. There's certain people that just shouldn't be allowed access to owning a firearm. I'm gonna let you in on something. Legally, I cannot own a firearm for two reasons. One, medical marijuana card owner. I gave up my right to own a gun so that I could get fucking baked to get rid of my seizures. That's fine. Two, I've been to a psych hospital before. So see, the law works, guys. To an extent, the law works, but I can go to a shooting range and shoot clay pigeons and clay ducks. And that's a lot of fun. You're supervised, you know? My point being, it's still not enough, clearly, if college students or anybody is just able to walk into anywhere and shoot the masses. I'm going to let you in on a little story here. My ex-fiance and I, when we lived together, we used to try to go out at least every weekend when we lived in New York City just to keep ourselves sane in this crazy world. This was before COVID. And every time that we would pick out an event or a venue or a concert or a restaurant or a park or whatever, we always weighed the consequences. The consequences being, could this potentially be a target of a mass casualty event? And yeah, that sounds paranoid. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds like a really rough way to live. But do you really fucking blame us? Back during those times, there was that country music festival mass shooting where that guy was up in a hotel sniping people out from above who were just trying to enjoy a fucking music festival. You're not safe anywhere anymore. No fucking wonder they were trying to push the metaverse for so long. No fucking wonder so many people are afraid to go outside. Agoraphobia is real. How do I know? I had it 5 years ago. It sucks. I'm getting sidetracked, but we used to weigh the consequences like that. Baseball games, music festivals. We'd be like, well, looking at the vantage points, like on Google Maps, like someone could get up there. That would be really bad for us. Like, where would we even hide? Coming up with contingency plans? You think I'm crazy until you find out that I grew up 20 minutes away from the Sandy Hook shooting. I was at my school when that school got shot up. People that I knew know the families of the victims. I'm sure even some people know the guy who did it or knew the guy who did it. And growing up, like right next to something, it does give you a different perspective on that when you see the ripple effect that has on the community of Sandy Hook and even the communities right there, right next to it, outside of it. It's a small ass world. And Connecticut is a small-ass state. Our emergency vehicles in Ridgefield were going to Newtown to help out in any way that they could. The fucking president flew to fucking Newtown to speak to the people after one of the most unspeakably heinous things that I'd ever seen or experienced as a young person, like on TV, aside from that, was just like happening. And we were all seeing it, all of us fucking teenagers. We went to school the next day. We were silent. Nobody was joking. Nobody knew what to say. Even the teachers, we didn't have like a sit down or a seminar or anything because we were all in shock. What do you say to a bunch of kids after that? After a school? What do you say to a bunch of kids in a school after a local school nearby just got shot up? Other than, honestly, this could happen to us. I hate to say it, but this could happen to us because that's what I was thinking. That's what my mom was telling me at home. That's what me and my friends were talking about, and how surreal it was that this was the reality that we were living in, that this could happen to us easily. We used to take pictures of our school security guards taking naps at their desks and be like, dude, we're fucking dead if anything happens. And we would laugh about it. But at the same time, we were laughing about it because we were really fucking scared. Like that year, nobody bullied anybody, which is crazy. But you know why. You get why. And I'm not saying like, oh, this was actually a silver lining that bullying stopped. No, that happened because everybody was living in fucking fear of it could be me, it could be us, it could be all of us. This could happen at any fucking time. Our entire junior year of high school was overshadowed by that darkness. Innocent fucking kids taken from their families. They went to school that day. They never fucking came home. And they had so much more life ahead of them. And people want to talk about freedoms. People want to talk about the freedom and liberty to be able to own a firearm. Like that's more important than the freedom or liberty of some innocent fucking child being able to continue living their life and going to school and surviving going to school without their life being cut short. Do you know how disturbing that is? That's how we live right now? Where school, which used to be a pretty innocent thing, is now akin to a battlefield in some places, sometimes, but every day at a different school. And we act like this is normal. And we stand up for the wrong things. We protect the wrong things, the wrong rights, and the wrong people every fucking time. And again, I don't think that we should be just taking away people's guns. The Second Amendment exists for a very good reason, but it seems like both sides, Democrat or Republican, have lost the meaning and lost the plot. When was the last time you've seen either side talk about the Second Amendment being for establishing a well-organized militia to overthrow an unruly, overpowered government? It's been a while, and I wonder why. Is it because they are the unruly, overpowered government on both sides already who are stomping on our rights? Methinks so. But that's a whole different story. But that's not what the Second Amendment is for. It's not for just the freedom of being able to buy a gun and shoot it under your balls, wherever you fucking are. Sorry, we don't live in 18th century colonial America. We kind of live a little more packed together. The population's a little more dense. You don't have the space you used to just shoot out into the plains near you. You don't live on a fucking farm. Or maybe you do. Let me know in the comments. If you live on a farm, I feel like there's a whole different set of rules too. Like there's a whole different reason for you owning a gun if you live on and own a farm. You got wolves, you got varmints, you got people that could come and rob you. You got all kinds of shit. You got Monsanto trying to come on there and take over your corn, make it worse. You get what I'm saying? But I want to steer away from this dark ass thing for a second because I'm going to have to stop the recording in, I don't know, in like 10 minutes or so. Because, I'm on my way home. I don't know how this is going to turn out, and I apologize. I'm a couple days late to recording. I've had a lot going on. I am not talking about it. It's been very busy. It's been a very busy week. But something happened the last couple of days that doesn't have to do with mass casualties of innocent people. The Avengers Doomsday first trailer or teaser leaked, and I was having a hoot with this, a hoot and a half, because I'm starting to get sick of the algorithmic, predictable way that Marvel does all of their promotions, their trailers, their movies, because I think I've completely predicted the plot and how it's going to go. And I won't bore you. I won't spoil it because I know I'm right. But what I will say is, yeah, so the first trailer or teaser to Avengers Doomsday leaked and had a lot to say online about it. Threads, because I don't use Twitter anymore. I use Instagram threads because, fuck Elon Musk. He's kind of the worst. Hate that guy. But this first trailer, it really kind of proves to me that Marvel hasn't learned a single fucking thing. And all they do is nostalgia bait and predictable plot points that they've already done before. So the trailer goes a little something like this. Boom. Shot of a house. You see a pair of legs getting off a motorcycle. They're walking towards the house. Holy shit. It's that guy. That guy from That Guy's 1 through 3. That guy walks into that house. That guy picks up his That Guy suit. He puts his That Guy suit into a chest because I guess he's like, I've hung it up. I'm retired. That guy's retired. Camera turns over to a crib. There's a little baby. Holy shit. That guy has a son. A little that guy? That guy picks up that little that guy. To black text that says, that guy will return in that thing. And I'm saying it like this because I want you to understand what I'm seeing here. Every single one of these movies is the same fucking thing. It's holy shit, it's that guy logic. Holy shit, it's that guy from that thing doing that thing again. Man, I haven't seen that guy do that thing in like 6 years. It's been so long, has it? That guy did like 6 of those movies about that thing. How many more callbacks to that guy are you going to need? I'm saying this like Captain America is Voldemort, but you get what I'm saying. You could fill that in with any fucking superhero. They always do the same thing. Like Endgame, it kind of made sense because, I don't know, it was the big finale. It played like a big finale. A lot of those characters' contracts were about to be up. None of them had disappeared. It wasn't like they were coming back. Unless you count half of them being vaporized. But we all knew those ones were coming back. The fan service wasn't excessive. It wasn't crazy. And then Spider-Man Far From Home. That had that guy energy all over it. The third act of the film was a that guy movie. It was that guy's 1, 2, and 3 teaming up. You're like, oh man, I hope that guy finds that help that he needs. And then all of a sudden, it's like, holy shit, who's coming through that portal? Oh my God, it's that guy from 2002's That Guy, the original, by that director. And then another portal. Oh my God, holy shit, it's the other That Guy from the other That Guys, 1 and 2. I didn't think he would ever come back. How'd they convince him to do that? Oh my God, it's all the That Guys in one That Guy, the movie. How did they fucking get this together? And you're like sitting there, like the novelty hasn't worn off yet because the movie just came out and they haven't done this over and over and over again. But then they do it over and over and over again. You get Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, you get Ant-Man, Quantumania. You get all these movies where they start introducing different versions of these characters where it's just the old movies where from like the 2000s. The X-Men are coming back. Wolverine came back. And it's cool to see these crossovers when it makes sense. But the whole Marvel formula has become, hey, remember that thing? Hey, remember that guy? Well, here's that guy again. And I'm kind of sick of that guy doing that thing. I kind of want Marvel to try something new. They have plenty of content to work with. And I think even the fans are kind of getting sick of the fan service. I could be wrong there, but let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think about the trailer. I will say that the leaked Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer was actually really good. Like, that's fan service where it makes sense, where it's a new story or a new adaptation of a different story from the comics. They're not doing the same shit. They're not making it all gimmicky. They're not doing a bunch of callbacks to old movies or multiversal fan service where it's like, hey, look, it's that guy again. Remember that guy? I'm happy about that. I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see that guy. But anyways, I gotta go. I'm very hungry. I thought I would pop in, talk about the serious, and then talk about the not so serious for a second. And we were able to do that. So this has been the Short News Podcast. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.